to stop the compensation, all these compensations that are based on conditionings, which are based on fear, which are based on lack of knowledge, these are all when we are small, that keeps on becoming our identity. And then from here, we are expressing. But the beautiful thing about this Tantra and all the spiritual world is they are saying something really nice. Now focus on your Dharma. Focus on your true nature. Understand your true nature. When you understand your true nature, you understand your true world experience. When you understand your true world experience and understand yourself, then your potential becomes real. You become the divine. You're looking at the world through your divine eye, the third eye, let us say. So then Dharma is very important, because Dharma has two phases, or three phases, whatever you want to call, the Artha and the Kama. Kama is not like relationship between man and woman only. Kama can be read as relationship between Shiva and Shakti in yourself. You don't have to limit it to just this dimension. Limiting to this dimension, we actually do disservice to the concept of Kama. So when you go into Shiva Shakti, then you are a Tantric. Then when you are in Dharma, it's a very, very important concept. I know the Buddhists will say Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma means Buddhism. They're saying if you don't have the culturing as a Buddhist or as a spiritualist, you can use it as a spiritualist. You don't have to say Buddhist, because there are Christian cultures, there are Islamic cultures, there are many cultures, and they're analogous. So when you understand your Dharma, then you have your Buddha Dharma. And in your Buddha Dharma, you're studying Buddhism and looking at the world through the eyes of the Buddhist. No? And so, if you're looking at the Testament and, the Catholic philosophy or the Christian philosophy, then you are looking through the experience and knowledge of Christianity. So all are dharmas. You know what I'm trying to say? Dharma does not simply mean my physical self and my limited projection of this world from my physical body. No. Dharma means you are a Christian, you are a Buddhist, whatever, but you are fine. That you have to remember. And from this perspective, you are having a world experience. Now that is called dhyana. Yeah? Or meditation. From this perspective, from a complete perspective, rather than a limited perspective. You know what I mean? The limited perspective is always body related, projections of the body. I'm meditating. What are you meditating on? And then I have 5 or 6 chakras I meditate from. You bodilized, you brought the chakra into the body level already. It's very sad. The other way around is what the Tantrics are talking about. And what we do. This chakra is in my tailbone, that chakra is in my, breastbone, or whatever nonsense that we are talking about in the modern world. I'm saying, now, drop this body reading, these body level interpretations of things. Go into the spiritual level of interpretation. So the Buddhists are talking about the spiritual level of interpretations when they are saying Buddha Dharma. And then when you are Christian, you are also reading from the soul level of interpretations. So it's very important. So Dharma then becomes a complete thing. Because you have been listening to me about Dharma for a long while. So I thought let's go a little bit more on the concept of Dharma, Artha and Kama. No? So then, what are we doing? So see, it becomes a different take altogether. No? And what is Artha? What is Artha? Artha then becomes your world experience. So you are in a complete, looking at everything from a complete perspective. So there is no room for fear. There is no room for confusion. There is no room for limitation. There is none. The room for limitations come only because we are allowing it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we are allowing it, because we don't exercise our knowledge. When you exercise your knowledge, then there is no confusion, there is no psychological issues. There is nothing like that, no social issues, because you love everybody. You don't love only yourself. You walk out there and you look at everybody as children of God. No? Every being as children of God, because in the Lord's Prayer, every being is the children of God. No? How beautiful it is. It gives you total freedom because your attitude changed and you understand the Lord's Prayer. Just an example. You can understand anyone, Buddhism or, anything. And when you look at it, it's so wonderful that the world is actually heaven. God gave us heaven. And what we did? Bomb it. Fragmentalize it. And we call ourselves scientific, very scientific approach to the universe. And how do you think I will feel? And I don't want to talk about my feeling right now, but never mind. I'm thinking the Neanderthals are still around. It's very how I think. So forget the scientific crap and go back to the spiritual world of beauty, and you will have a world of heaven here. That's what I have. Believe me. I keep telling Melania, I come down from heaven every day and go back to heaven every night. So you can have heaven here, because when you start looking at everything as creation of God, children of God, there's no issues anymore. Even you look at a cat as a creation of God. You look at a dog, it's a creation of God. God created the whole universe anyway. I mean, we are still trying to prove that there is another way of looking at it. We are digging into the hole and looking at proton, electron, and neutron, and mathematically, calculating every bit. I know you can calculate forever. India is the country of mathematics. No, I'm not joking. Whatever mathematics the scientists are using, all are borrowed from India. No kidding. But I don't give credit to only mathematics. There is life, there is consciousness, there is divine nature to this consciousness. There is a beautiful world God gave us. I'm not preaching. I'm not a moralist. I'm not. It's very easy to misunderstand me as preaching a moralistic worldview, blah, 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 blah. I'm not. I'm saying something very simple and nice. Your Dharma becomes your reality. Your reality allows for your real experience. The real experience is called meditation, dhyana, not staring at a candlelight or a dot on the wall, or even, idioms like the Buddhists are talking about, the present-day Buddhists are talking about, this God and this divinity and how they shape and how they look. I understand all that, brother. I do understand. But then that is a very limited way of looking too. You know? So there is, you becoming the Buddhist, you becoming the Christian, you becoming the Muslim. Real ones, not the fake ones that are fighting in the streets. If you believe in your divinity, if you believe in your divine scriptures, where is the fight? The fight is within me. The fight is to let go of these conditionings, this fear, this, that, embrace humanity, embrace the world, beautiful world that God has given us. Truly, He has given us the most beautiful world. You go and sit in the jungle, you see the stream, then you know how beautiful it is. You can't recreate this beauty. You can feel it. You know, all your senses starts working. And that is the world that we are living in. And this is your Dharma. To experience that world. To share that world. To preserve that world. I think that is very beautiful. Whatever path we take. There are many paths. You know, Buddhism, Tantricism. In Buddhism itself, Tantricism, non-Tantric. Many in Buddhism itself. So all these Vedism, in Christianity, Islam, there are the esoteric teachings. They have very, very beautiful esoteric teachings. And that is called Tantricism in, how do I say, adapted in Sanskrit, anglicized Sanskrit, you know. So it's a beautiful world. And it's your beautiful nature. And you're going to experience this beautiful thing, you know. That's your worldview. That's what you are.